You have absolutely no clue what you can do, what you can achieve. You don't know what the limit is. You have no real way to know until you do it. You have to realize that your potential is so far beyond your imagination that you cannot even realize. What really feels so hard to do today is going to be so easy in the future, but yet you will not do it. And that's so sad. So sad to see so many people unable to reach their potential, unable to actually achieve the things and much more than what they want. You have to understand that this is not just for the few chosen ones. This is for everybody. The information is out there. You can simply change your life drastically in less than a month, in less than 2 weeks. You can change it. You can have an entire experience that changes you forever. And it can turn your life around. All you have to do is do about 500 to 1,000 repetitions of the thing that you want to achieve, of the thing that you want to do. And something absolutely magical happens once you do that. Something absolutely spectacular happens. You will not need any more motivation, any more inspiration, any more effort. You will just do that thing. And that specific thing that you want to do will become so easy that you will have no idea how beautiful your life can be. And once you understand that to do an identity level change, that's what it takes 500 to 1,000 repetitions. But you have to understand that on top of that, you also have to sustain it afterwards. Once you have achieved it, once you really have it in the palm of your hand, you still have to not let it go. Because if you let it go for a day or two, it's fine. But if you let it go for a month, then it feels like you have to build it up again from zero. And that's exactly what you're going to have to do. And it's going to be hard to do. And you're going to feel like you've lost so much progress, but you haven't. You're going to build it 3 times, 10 times faster than you did the first time. You have to understand that it is all about the number of repetitions. The only difference between you and the people you admire is always the number of repetitions. No matter what you tell yourself, it is always the number of repetitions. You have to understand that and get it through your mind. That it is always the number of repetitions. Nothing else, nothing more. Of course, we can talk about the fact that luck plays a role, upbringing, the access to resources, all of these things. But you can bypass a lot of things by just the number of repetitions. Just imagine for a second, for one singular second, that the thing that you wanted to do felt like no effort at all. Just felt so easy to do. You just did it. It didn't feel like work. It didn't feel like anything. It just felt like doing nothing. Just imagine that for a second. Imagine how easy life would be if you had 5 or 6 or 7 things like that. Imagine how easy it would be. But it all starts with 500 to 1,000 repetitions. I promise you, it can change your life. You can do 500 to 1,000 repetitions even in a week or two. That's not a long time to change your life. And it gets easier and easier. The first day you do it is the hardest, but the second day you already have a habit. That's what people don't understand. But you see, that's the trick. You already have a habit, and you're gonna feel like you don't need to do so many repetitions. And sure, you don't need to do them, But if you really, really want a change that's so deep, so ingrained in your personality, so ingrained in your character, you go 500 to 1,000. If you're crazy and you really, really want to change your brain forever, you do more than 1,000. And you go ahead and do more, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of repetitions, because you will understand that there are literally almost no limits to your expansion into that skill, to your expansion into that thing that you are trying to do. Understand the only difference between the people you admire and yourself, the people who are capable of doing something that you can't, is the number of repetitions. Of course, there are a lot of things that are circumstantial. Like, for instance, if you are disabled, or you have a disease, or you are impaired in some sort of way, or they have more luck than you, a better upbringing, they live in another country. Of course, that is also something. But most often than not, it's just the number of repetitions.